What's up guys, I'm back with another video and today I'm going to show you how to host your Discord bot 24/7 so you no longer have to keep your computer running the entire time for you to be able to, have your Discord bot actually be usable in your servers. So this is really something that is requested quite a bit and it really is important. I mean, it's kind of unreliable for you to be running it on your own local computer. So we're going to host it in the cloud. That way, any user can use it no matter what time of day it is, and you don't have to worry about keeping your computer on. Now, today we're going to be using DigitalOcean. This is what I personally use. This is not a sponsored video, but this is what I personally use for everything from websites to apps to Discord bots to really anything. You're able to run anything on here. It's basically a virtual machine, so it's a computer, but not locally, right? It's a computer in the cloud essentially. So I do have a referral link in the description below, but this is not a sponsored video. They're not paying me to do this, but this referral link will give you $200 in credit for the next 60 days. So that would mean you're going to be able to run your Discord bot for the next 2 months at least for free, up to $200 of use. But trust me, we're going to spend a lot less than $200. It's probably going to be more around $4 per month to run the cheapest option on DigitalOcean. And by the way, DigitalOcean is extremely reliable. I have never had my Discord bot crash or go down or have offline hours. So it's very reliable, much more reliable than running on your local computer. So yeah, referral link in the description below, but I'll show you how to do all the steps from getting your code to GitHub, to hosting it, to getting it running, to everything. So let's get started. First, I would like to say, good news, guys, great news, is I now have a website, evenmorecode.com, where you can see my latest tutorials and you can buy any of the source code from any of the videos. Yeah, again, you never have to. I say down here in my description, you do not have to buy the source code. I show you how to write the code in these videos for free all the time. But for those of you who want to support the channel, or for those of you who just want to buy the source code, just get it easy, fast. Here it is, the source code's right here. But remember guys, the way you learn the best is by watching the videos and following along. So, yep, there you go. So let's get started. So first, what you're going to want to do is we're going to want to put our code onto GitHub. So let's open up VS Code. So we got VS Code open, and just to get a refresher of the app we have commands, we have context, we have node modules, and then we have all this other stuff. So we're going to want to get this ready for Git. So let's open up the terminal here. What we're going to do is in our root directory, which mine is called Discord bot, we're going to want to create a git ignore file. So we're going to say touch and then .git ignore. And then we have this git ignore file, and here we're just going to want to add any files names that we don't want to push to GitHub. So we're going to put all our files on GitHub here. Let's first do git init. So git init will initialize Git so that everything in here is tracked. And you'll see right here in VS Code it has a source control option, and this is going to show you all the files that it finds new, all the files that it thinks that you have not committed yet. Right? And you can go watch other tutorials to go more in depth of how Git works in GitHub, but I'm just going to show you how to do it for this purpose. So now that Git init is tracking everything, but the git ignore file is used to untrack certain files, and there are certain ones we don't want, like node modules. Node modules is basically just a compilation of all the things we have installed. And it does a lot of different things. It obviously has over 4,000 files, but we do not want to push that to GitHub because one, that's easy to get. We can always install everything on our local computer, on our cloud computer once we get it to DigitalOcean. But two, it's just you don't want to push that much data. It's just very big files. You don't want to put that into GitHub. So in here, you'll just write node_modules. Then we'll save that. And then you'll see now this turns gray. So now everything besides that is being tracked. So I think everything else we're going to want here. Actually, no. Whoa, that was close. Your config. So your config has all your keys, your tokens, your clients. You do not want to put this on GitHub either. So we're going to add that here as well. So mine is config.json. Yours may be an env file, so you'll do .env here. Any other files that you don't want to push to GitHub, you can just add them here and it will ignore them. You can tell if they're ignored. Here, I'll just do .env for any of you guys who do have that or followed my previous tutorial. So put those on and you should see the files gray. So then we're going to go to source control here, and these are all the files that will be committed. So I'm just going to add all of those because they all look good to me. And I'm just going to say initial commit. And I'm going to commit that. And then there we go. We got that committed. So now we're going to want to go over to GitHub. And we're going to want to sign up or log in if you don't have one. So I'm just going to sign up to show you the sign up process. You're going to want to enter your email. So go ahead and do that. Then you're going to say continue. You're going to create a password. You got a password. Enter a username. So I'm just going to do my name. Enter, and then it's going to verify your account. Got to click verify. Got to do some kind of match the angle. Done. All right, never seen that before. And then we got to enter a code that's sent to our email address. So go ahead and check your email. So I got my code right here. I'm going to paste that in. There we go. And then the account was created. So now you can just sign in. So got it. Okay. Welcome to GitHub. So then you can, I'm just going to skip this personalization for now, but you can set it up however you would like. And now it's initializing our GitHub account. And there we go. We have a brand new GitHub account. So you'll be brought to this home page. But what we're going to want to do is we're going to find the create repository button. So we're going to create a new repository, and I'm just going to call this Discord bot. You should call this whatever you want. I'm going to make this private, but you can make this public. But you probably, because it's your own code, will want this private. But if you make it public, that means anyone can go on your profile and see your code. And I'm going to show you, because most of you will probably do private, I'm going to show you how to do private. And then you're going to click create repository. And then you're brought here. So now it's created. We got Discord bot. It's a private repository. And then we're going to want to add our files that are in our code here and push them to here. And the way we do that is it says push an existing repository from the command line. So we're going to want to copy this command. And I just want to show that to you. So we're going to say git remote add origin that. Okay, that seemed to work. Then we're going to say git branch m origin, our main, and then we're going to say git. So we're just going to copy these commands that it gives right to us. Oops. Pop that in. And then now we're going to try to push, and then we'll see what it says. Right now, might not let us. Most likely won't let us. Oh, wants us to sign into GitHub. Okay, we'll sign in. Interesting. I've never actually seen this before, but I guess you can sign in directly from VS Code. Put your password that we just made. Save, sure. Authorize. Open. Okay, look, it looks like it works. So if we refresh here, so it said it pushed everything. I don't see any errors, so I guess it will pop up in VS Code. It will pop up a link for you to sign into GitHub, which worked for us. And then we can refresh here, and there we go. Now we have all our files here in the Discord bot repository. So all of our files that are here, besides the ones that we ignored, are now up on the internet on GitHub. So now we want to get this to our DigitalOcean droplet. So let's go to the DigitalOcean setup. So you're going to want to go to the link in the description, or you can just go to digitalocean.com. But with my link in the description, you'll be able to get, like I said, $200 for the next 60 days, free credit. So I'm going to go ahead and use that link real quick. So link in the description, put that. Okay, here we go. Your $200 credit. You've been invited. Here we go. Let's get started. So we're going to, you could sign up with the GitHub. So let's just go ahead and sign up with the new GitHub account that we have. Yep, our even more code, authorized DigitalOcean. Here we go, here we go. All right, we are in. So we have to answer all these questions. So what do we want to make? We want to make other. What's your role? Other. 0 to 50. I work alone. I'm not sure. Submit. And then you're gonna have to add a credit card. So go ahead and add any credit card that you have available. I'll skip this part, but you'll see the next screen. All right, there you go. I added my credit card successfully. So remember, this is a completely free trial for 2 months. You can always cancel anytime. And remember, this is not a sponsored video. So if you guys have criticisms of DigitalOcean, it does not matter to me. I just personally use this, and we're going to want to deploy a virtual machine, which I believe they call droplets. So we now have credits active in 59 days, and we have 200 credits to spend. So you can really buy whatever you want with the 200 credits. But let me just go to, so it creates this first project for you, right? And you can see in the top left screen, and we're going to go to the top right button. We're going to say create, and we're going to say create a droplet, create a cloud server. That's what we want for our Discord bot. And then you can select whatever region is closest to you. I'm going to choose San Francisco because that's the one that's closest to me, but you can choose whatever you want. The prices should be the same. Let me check if I pick this one. Is it cheaper? No, I think it's the same. Okay, so I'm going to pick San Francisco. You want to pick the one that's closest to your users. So most of us who have Discord bots, it won't really matter because most of our users might be everywhere, but most of our users will be globally, so it doesn't really make it that much of a difference. There might be some latency differences, just like on your local machine. So we're gonna want to do Ubuntu and just do the latest version. So I'm just gonna do 24.04. I think I'll do latest stable version. We're going to do the basic plan because we want to make this as cheap as possible. We're going to do regular. They hide the little option. See this little arrow? They make it look like $6 is the cheapest option, but if you click over to the left, there's a $4 option. We want to do this one because Discord bot is pretty minimal. We don't need to do any of this. Create a root password. So you're going to add a password here. Yep, so you're going to want to add a password. That's about it. We don't need any of this. You can add this. It says it's free. We don't need a database. Do we need a database? No, we don't need a database yet. But if you're doing MongoDB in the economy bot, which I will be adding more videos on that, and I'm going to show you how to set that up. But for now, we're just going to do the regular Discord bot. We just want one droplet, and then we're going to give it a host name. I'm just going to call it Discord bot. You can call it whatever you want. And then we're going to click create droplet, and that's really as simple as it is to get it up and running. It's going to take a little bit for it to set up everything for us, but this is a $4 server, which you can run anything on. We're just going to be using it for a Discord bot, but you could potentially use it for other things. It's just a virtual machine that's running Ubuntu. Okay, it's on Linux. It's not on Mac or Windows. And then boom, it's up. So we're going to open it up. We have 512 megabytes of memory and 10 gigabytes of disk space. And we're going to click access, and then we're going to click launch droplet console. So then this is going to open a console for us, and it's going to be basically a command line, a terminal, right? And what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to copy the code from our GitHub to here. Okay, there we go. We're connected. So here we are. We're in this terminal. Can I make this bigger? Yes. Okay. So in this terminal, let me clear this out. So here is what we're going to want to do. We're going to have to create an SSH key. So SSH-keygen. -t RSA B -B, and then 4096-C, and then you're going to want to put the email of your GitHub account. So whatever you signed up with, enter that. It's going to say generating a public private RSA key. We're going to enter the file, and I'm just going to go empty here. So just click enter. If you want to have a passphrase, you can go ahead and add a password there. I'm just going to click enter, enter, and then boom, now it's created. Then what we're going to want to do is you're going to want to say cat, and then do the tilde sign /.ssh/id rsa.pub, which is that file we just created. It's going to give us this super long string, and we're just going to copy this entire thing. So copy this to your clipboard, and then let's go to GitHub, and you're going to want to go to your settings of your account, your actual account. Go to settings. You're going to want to go down to SSH and GPG keys, and you want to click create new SSH key. You can add a title here, and I'm going to add, you can add a title here, and I'm going to add DigitalOcean Discord bot, and then you're going to paste that key that we copied. And it's super long string, right? You're going to add SSH key, and there it is. It's right there. Okay, then there's one other thing we're going to do. So we're going to say chmod 600 tilde/.ssh/id RSA. Then we're going to do the same thing, chmod 644 tilde/.ssh/id_rsa.pub. Then we're going to say eval money sign in quotes, and then SSH agent. So we're going to add the private key as an SSH agent. Okay, there we go. And then ssh.add tilde/.ssh/id RSA. Okay, identity added. Okay, now hopefully this will work now. So let's now go back to GitHub. Go all the way back to your profile, or your repositories more rather. Go to our Discord bot. We're going to hit code SSH, copy this to our clipboard, this whole link right here that GitHub gives you. Then we're going to say git clone, paste that in. When it asks us if we're sure about connecting, we'll say yes. It's going to add GitHub to the list of known hosts, and there we go. Now we have the whole thing cloned into here. So now when we clear that and we do ls, you'll see we now have a folder that matches that name from our GitHub. So now if we go into Discord bot and we do ls, you'll see we have all those files. So now that we have the files here and everything is good, let's just run some basic commands that you're going to want to do on any droplet, any Ubuntu server really. So we're going to do sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade -y. And then it's going to do all this magic. This could take some time, might be quick for you, depending. We'll just see how fast it goes. But basically, this is going to upgrade the entire system. It's going to do a bunch of magic, make sure everything's good, get the latest versions of everything. Basically, anything we're going to need for basic functionality. And then we're going to run some commands to install things like Node, for example. We're going to need Node to run our Discord bot, obviously. And then this might pop up, and I'm just going to say, actually, I'll say keep the local version currently installed. Shouldn't be an issue, but if that ever pops up, you can just go with probably the default option. Looks like it's finishing up, and there we go. Now it's all finished, and it looks like there was no errors, so that's a good thing. And then I'm going to put a command in the description below for you guys to copy. And this is just how you can install Node.js. So there's 3 lines we're going to have to run. So the first one is this. It's going to be a curl command. So pass that in. Okay. Then we're going to do a source command. All these 3 lines will be in the description below. Source, or before I clear, I'll do the last one. And then we're going to do this last command, which is nvm install. And we're going to do that. Okay, so then let's clear it out and let's just check that we have Node installed. So we're going to do Node version. We have version 22, and then we're going to want to check if we have npm. Okay, we have both of those. So now we have those files. We have all the Discord files. We have Node installed, and now we just have to npm install all of our dependencies, just like we would do in our local environment. So this is just everything from the package.json. It's going to install. So npm install, and then there we go. It installed all of our dependencies. So now everything like discord.js and everything, that's all installed. And then now if we need to get those files that we put in the git ignore, we're going to have to manually add here. So you'll see that node modules was now created when we did the npm install. So we have that back. But what was the other thing that we are missing? We were missing this config.json file, or if you guys are following a different tutorial, you probably have a .env file. And since we ignored both of those, we now have to manually create that here so that it's not in GitHub, but it is where we run our server. So we're going to want to say touch and then whatever it's called. So mine will be touch.config.json, but yours might be touch.env, right? And then when we get there, we'll say vim config.json. And so then this is going to open up that new file we're no longer in VS Code, right? But we're in something called vim, which allows us to edit our files. So we'll click I for insert. So put I on your keyboard, and that will let you insert, and then you can just type like normal. So I'm going to create basically exactly what we have here. We can actually copy this. You can copy whatever you have in your env file or in your config file. And then once you have that done, just paste it in there. We're going to click the escape key. So escape, and then you'll see that it no longer is in insert mode. Then you're going to click shift : to put a colon. And then we're going to type WQ and then enter. So this means right quit, which means we're going to save our changes and then close this file. So right quit, enter. And then now if we look at our config.json, you'll see those files are updated. So let's clear that out. So now everything should be good and up and running. So now we just want to make it so that the bot is running 24/7. So let's say npm install -g pm2. So this is going to globally install pm2, which pm2 will be used to run our Discord bot 24/7. It's basically going to do the node start command, but it's going to make it so it's always running. So that's going to take some time to install, and the -g just makes it so we're going to install it globally, not necessarily specific to this Discord bot. So then now that that's installed, we'll say pm2 start index.js if that's your main file, --name, and then we're going to call this Discord bot. You can call it whatever you want. And there we go. Now it's starting. So this is a list of your services that are starting. It says it's online, and we have the name Discord bot. We then want to set it up so that when you first start up your droplet, or if your droplet reboots, your bot will reboot also. So we'll say pm2 startup, and then we'll say pm2 save. There we go. And so then it will have whatever the list of services we currently have, it will just make sure those are up and running again, right? So then we're going to clear this out, and our Discord bot should be running 24/7 already, just like that right now. So let's check it out. Let's go to Discord. Let's see if Meowbot is online. And Meowbot is online. Let's see if the commands are working. Dog. So for example, let's see if it uses the API key. Yes, it does. So Meowbot is online 24/7 now. As you can see in our local code, like we're not running it at all, right? We're not running it at all. So that's pretty cool. And then let me just go over real quick how you would get updates here, right? So let's say I make a change locally. Let's go to the greet command. Okay, and I'm just going to change this to, instead of saying hello, I'm going to change this to goodbye. But if we go into Discord and do /greet, as you can see, it says hello, right? It says hello, it doesn't say goodbye. And that's because it has our committed code that's on GitHub and not our code in our local repository. So if we want to make this change to our live bot, then what we're going to want to do is we're going to go over here to source control in VS Code, and we're going to want to commit this change. And we'll add a commit message and we'll say changed the greet command. Right? So just give it some kind of description. You're going to want to say commit, and then you're going to want to say sync. So committing and then syncing pushes it all the way to GitHub. So now it's going to be available on GitHub, and then we can go into here, into our droplet on DigitalOcean, and we can say git pull. So we're now going to pull that update. So now you'll see that it noticed the change in greet.js and now changed it. And so now let's restart our bot. And the way you do that is pm2 restart, and then you have to say the name of the command that you want to restart. So ours, we called it discord-bot. So pm2 restart, and then whatever the name of your service is. Remember, mine's Discord bot. So we'll restart that. See, this name has to match this name, and then boom, it restarted. And if you ever changed, important so that you guys read this, if you ever change environmental variables, then you want to run this command with --update env. So it will be like this, --update -env, and then this will also update your .env or config files, right? So now this should have just taken up the updates. So if we go back to Discord and we do the /greet command, we should now have that change. And it says goodbye, even more code. So there you guys go. This is how you host your Discord bot 24/7. Meowbot will always be online from now on. He'll never be offline. And this is how you do it through DigitalOcean. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It was pretty in-depth, but this is a highly suggested video, and this is a way to do Discord bot hosting very reliably. Like, there's a lot of free services out there, or there's not really a lot, there are a few free services out there, but they're super unreliable. Your bot will probably be down most of the time, and this is how we can do it for $4 a month. And again, you guys, your first 2 months are free because we have the $200 credit for the first 2 months. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit a like on the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Please, in the comments below, tell me what more videos you want to see from me, and I'll see you guys later. See ya.